We are back for After the Horn, the weekend betting edition. Regardless of our record, we are back, and we're in all this great new furniture provided by our friends at Furniture Row. Some
Did
chairs,
you say
coffee
despite?
tables. Well, some of us were a little sub 500 last weekend.
Wonder who that was.
I don't know. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I don't know who it was.
Well,
That's all right.
30% would be good if you got it at a bank.
Yeah, it
Well,
would be.
that's
Good,
not
but
bad.
greater return.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to let people know our friends at Furniture Row have provided us for this great new furniture. And, of course, it's a family-owned company. It's really well known in Colorado and the Rocky Mountains. High-quality home furniture at a great price. You can check it out as far as living rooms, bedrooms, all the great furniture, including the stuff we have here. But we want to thank Furniture Row for helping us out and jumping on with us here on After the Horn. All right, fellas, the schedule gets pretty quirky now with on and off and weekday and weekend games. The college football playoffs we'll get to in a minute. But let's start with the National Football League. The first game, it'll be one of those Christmas games at 2:30 Mountain Time, the Lions and the Vikings.
Why are they playing 3 games on Christmas?
Well, and they also had 3 great games scheduled that are not 3 great
Yeah, and
games.
you know what? The NFL, when I think of them, I just think of greed. It was always the NBA's day forever, right, Woody? And now the NFL has decided no matter when Christmas falls, we're taking that day too.
And you said it.
Yeah,
Greed.
Greed. Just greed. And look it's on Netflix. Here's what's going to happen. 2 million swinging you-know-whats are going to go on to the Lion-Viking game, and that thing on Netflix is going to swirl around and around and around.
You don't trust
and around.
Netflix yet.
The buffering thing? No, I don't. And I'm going to have to call one of my kids and say, hey, how come I can't get this game? And he's going to go, hey, Pop, you're on the wrong thing. You're on Prime Video. And then I'll get to Netflix.
Well,
This is the
it's
problem.
Ron, it's difficult for all of us. I'm watching a game on Prime,
Right?
and I get those bars up.
I know.
You want more information about this? Can you get the scanning bar off the
Exactly.
screen
You know
right
what
in the
else I
middle
don't
of the
like,
play?
Tom? So if I watch a game on Prime, I can't listen.
You
I'm a
can't jump.
child of my upbringing. A remote control is integral to my life, okay?
Always
And so
has been.
If I always has been my whole life. If I can't sit there on a chair
Click,
and
click,
switch from
click.
Prime to ESPN to TNT, I want to watch 4 things at once. And if I'm on Prime, I'm stuck. They've got to fix that.
That's the invention that's next, is the
It better be.
almighty remote that takes you 1, 2, 3, 4, and
You
you
notice,
can have
I don't really
reverse.
care who wins the Lions-Viking game. I could not care less about it.
Star-crossed Lions, 8-7, a 6-point pick going to Minnesota.
Well,
Minnesota's been going uphill all year.
Minnesota's going to have Max Brosmer, who is, I don't know who the hell he is, but he's going to be starting at quarterback.
He's by far the best Brosmer I've seen.
He's a
play
good Brosmer.
quarterback.
If you have to stick a Brosmer out there, he's a good one to stick out. So, but having said that, I'll take the Lions and lay the points.
Woody?
I'm afraid. Has nothing to do with the game. I'm afraid of picking games.
Right. Well, last
It's
week
okay.
was a
You're
bruising.
absolved. It doesn't matter.
There was a time when I worked for the Rocky Mountain News
Oh.
where we did that every week, like what we're doing. And I felt like I wrote down one week what I thought was going to happen, and then I went the other way.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Vikings.
And you're going to go.
You're going to get those 6
I
points?
got it. He wants those 6. Thomas?
No,
Well-
I think the Lions are going to win. I think they're going to win by more than 6. So it
Take
means
the Vikings.
you and I are wrong.
Yes.
So I'm
Going the
with
other way.
Vikings.
What are you going to do?
I'm so worried about this game because if you really do bet it, you probably have to
Well,
watch
I know
it.
you being up in the mountains on there on Thursday, you're going to have this game.
I may
You're going to be
not-
zeroed in on
I
this
may
game.
not be able to catch this game until late in the fourth
No,
quarter.
The problem is on Thanksgiving, we might want to watch a Christmas movie on
Yes.
Exactly.
Netflix.
Yes.
And we're going to go on there and
here's the
go,
deal at my
I want
house.
to see It's a Wonderful
the new
Life.
Stranger Things drops on Christmas. I was thinking you
there's
want to talk
that.
about being bombarded.
Also, tell me, Natasha, you'll know what we're talking about here because it's Timothy Chalamet's new film, Marty
yeah,
Supreme.
yeah.
I can't understand a thing about it from the promos, but that's going to be big.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's looking forward to that. And simply just because of him. I know that it's like the story itself is huge, but he's
the
the
kid
hot
that
young
played
thing.
Dylan, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did an awesome job.
All right.
He's going after the
Since-
Oscar, all of it.
Since Marty Supreme is coming out, I'm taking the Lions and laying the 6 points.
You're rolling with me.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the only game. 'cause,
Prime
like,
Video.
Hey, here's the see. Yeah, I'll have it figured out by then. But the Lion Viking game, I'm going to be picking up wrapping from gifts that my grandkids are running through. I won't even get to the Lion Viking game. And as a protest, I'd rather watch the NBA until we get to this game.
And then you're going to watch this one. This one will be interesting because the Chiefs, you talk about the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of the Kansas City Chiefs, whatever's left of them are a 12.5-point dog at home to the
I'll
Denver
make a prediction
Broncos.
on this game. By the time they kick this game off, Denver will be a 14-point favorite.
It's just going that one way.
Yep.
Look at that total, though. That total refers a bit to what Woody's talking about with weather.
Ice
Yeah.
storm.
That's a low number.
And I think the other negative about the Chiefs that people loved tailgate. I loved walking through the parking lots and
Great tailgaters there.
and they'd invite you over, even
Yep,
if
they
they didn't
would.
know who you were. But they're going to be in such a sad state because those people in Missouri are going to say, we're not going to go into Kansas to watch a game in 6 years. So
So the stadium, the team's moving. Mahomes is hurt. Our season's over. It's icy
Travis
and cold.
Kelce's going to retire.
But on the positive side, that won't be the loudest stadium in NFL history.
The trick here isn't
There's
who's
going to be a
going
lot
to
of
win.
empty seats.
The trick
Here's
here
the
is the
problem with
number.
this
Where
game,
do you land on
the
the 12 and a
Broncos
half?
need to win this game
Yeah.
in convincing fashion. If they go out there and screw around and beat them like they beat the Raiders 10-7
Right.
in here, that's not going to endanger any confidence
Sure.
in anybody. They need to go in there and make a statement and say, hey, last week was an aberration, not a trend.
So you see them covering the number.
I totally want to agree with you. I remember before the Nuggets season started, that the relatively new coach said, we need to blow out teams. I watched that game last night. That's what he meant by that.
That's what he meant. Yeah.
You get the
you
Jazz,
get a bad team, you get them down right away, you let them know you got no
Short
shot.
and so that's what they got to do.
Short
The
week,
Broncos-
travel
Will
week.
they?
The Broncos have to just say, let's take them out of the game right away. Let's take the fans out of the game.
Take everything
But
out,
they
yeah.
don't do that. That's the problem with them. But, let's try and not have 4 trick plays in the first quarter.
So the last Thursday game they played, though, was that disaster against the Raiders that they
Yeah.
exacted 10-7. And
Yeah.
afterwards, Sean Payton said that was the worst game plan. He took himself, and well, here's another short weekend and a game plan.
I just don't know how to. I feel. I mean, I'm going to take Denver just based on that. There's so much
Begrudgingly.
better. Yeah,
I would take the points in this game and the Chiefs.
What time
Okay.
do the Nuggets play on Christmas? Pretty
Do
late.
you know
right?
the name of the person that will be taking snaps for the Chiefs?
Sure, yeah.
I can't say it out loud. It's sworn to secrecy.
It sounds like Olajuwon.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't ask me to say his name. You just asked me if I knew who
I think
he
Bill
was.
Kenny is coming back with
Mike
Phillip Rivers'
Livingston.
success.
Yeah, Bill
Joe
Kenny.
Montana.
Elvis
Saw what happened with
Yes.
Phillip Rivers.
Keep
Joe
going.
Montana said, I got a game in
Dig
me.
up Len Dawson if we have to.
Oh, well, I think in
dead.
essence,
He's
just to
dead.
wrap up the Broncos-Chiefs game, you're on your own.
The Nuggets play at 8:30,
Well, wait,
so you'll
what-
have
what
to
did you-
choose.
8:30, the Nuggets play.
What's your pick on the,
I have a very strong opinion on this game, which I'll release on my 1-800
on your
number.
1-800 number? I didn't know we had that option available to us.
It's a very
changes everything.
A very strong. It's a 5-star pick, and I don't do that unless
You don't give out the 5-star picks
Is your
for free.
800 number also give out movie
At the
times?
time.
I'll give you any. What do you want? I actually
Now, hey, that's a
answered
good point.
myself.
I think Natasha said it. Do you watch the Bronco game or do you watch the Nugget game?
Well, you get at least the first half of the
Well,
Bronco game, and then you can.
But see, again,
There's
this,
a new invention, I don't know if you heard, where you could actually watch both of them.
oh, you have to have 2 televisions.
No, you watch one after the other.
Yeah, you can do that, but I mean, this is
And don't
why.
turn on the radio.
switch
This
back
is
and
why you should be able on a remote
Go
control
ping pong,
to ping pong back and forth.
which
or you
takes
pull
us.
out the tablet. You've got your iPad
I
in your
know.
lap.
I
you
might
got
get.
the
You can pull out the. I can sit on my desk with the computer.
But the ping ponging back and forth gets us back to Marty Supreme.
Oh, yep, exactly.
See, so that's the theme of our weekend.
What do you think is going to be better though, that or the Elway doc?
Well, the Elway doc was tremendous, but Marty Supreme's a major motion picture, so
go.
we'll see with
But
Timothy
starring
Chalamet. Timothy
Ron Spolo.
Tim-
Polo's in the.
Chalamet.
Are you in Marty Supreme also, or just
Who
in the
knows?
Elway?
It could be. Did they pay in that?
You don't work for pay anymore.
No, no,
I'll
that's-
take the
that's
Broncos.
obvious.
I'll take the Broncos. I'll lay the 12.5.
Okay.
All right, let's get to Ravens Packers. That's a Saturday game. That's on Peacock, Ross.
Okay, I have Peacock. So I know how to get to Peacock, which is
Okay.
for me very important.
Well, 6:00 on Saturday night.
I might
from
be home for that.
Beautiful Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Ravens.
Both teams need this game.
Oh, the
Woody.
Ravens. They look lost.
Man, I tell you, the Ravens.
You brought up something that I just despise. I hate. And I'm going to go to Peacock, and it's going to say, you're going to a third party. And I go, I don't want to go to a third party because
Yeah.
I can't get out of the third party. You're
Exactly.
absolutely right about that. I've run out of channels that I want to go to.
Me too.
because of-
Well, we have a couple of games on the Home Shopping Network later, but as far as this one,
This is a tough matchup.
Packers 2.5. So the Ravens need the win desperately. The Packers would like to win.
The Packers kind of need to win. I mean, you don't want to. The Packers have not locked up a playoff spot.
No, right.
If they lose their last two, Detroit could still mathematically get in there. So I'm going to take the Packers.
I
Of course
agree.
you are.
I agree.
The Ravens aren't any good.
They're not any good.
Well,
Lamar-
Lamar's hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah,
They're not any good.
They're
Even when
talking-
he's healthy, they're not
talking
any good.
once again about a Harbaugh of getting rid of him.
Do you think they should get rid of him?
No. Who are they going to replace him with?
Yeah,
I-
without knowing the answer to the question.
I'd say no. They should keep him.
But if they had a guy in mind, like if they, said, we're going to hire
And
If
John
there was
Gruden.
some, yeah,
And they're-
if they had
and
somebody.
they're 7-8. I mean, Tomlin. Would you have ever gotten rid of him? He goes
If-
seasons
well,
where he wins.
I
eight
always think
games.
fans and sometimes media members think about getting rid of a person without thinking about you got to know who you're going to replace him with. So you got to tell me, like, getting rid of Tomlin's great if Newt Rockney's coming down the line, but usually it's just some
Sometimes,
other
though, I
guy.
think, Tom, they just feel like even if you don't know who you're going to replace him with, after 18 years, the message is kind of
So
stale.
because you follow the Giants closely, this is the Giants theory. Just get rid of a guy and then we'll figure it out.
Well, here's the deal. The Giants used to not be like that for quite some time.
Yeah,
And in
we'll
the
figure
last
it out.
10 years, you're right, they have gotten to where this guy doesn't work next, and they just keep – and they'll probably do it again in this cycle too.
So Packers, and you're Packers as well? That's the kiss
Yeah,
of
oh,
death.
sure.
We're all taking
I
Packers.
was thinking about when Mike Shanahan was here, and Pat Bowlen said he's coach for life.
Yeah.
He didn't have a contract for life, and he got rid of him. And he was only 2 years from being in the
Yeah.
AFC
Yeah.
Championship with a guy who's also on Guerrilla Sports, and that didn't make any sense to me then.
You know, I will say something too. I don't know that Mike's ever gotten over that.
Well, that was also extremely personal.
Yeah.
If you're from here in Denver, between he and Pat Bowlen,
Is
they're
Malik
close
Willis
friends.
going to start this game?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Man, this is like a weekend of just backup quarterbacks.
Great news for you
everywhere.
though. Jaguars Colts is our next game.
Who's going to play quarterback for the Colts?
Well, no. Here's the good news. It's on Fox.
Well, that is good news.
So
I got more good news. Art Schlichter is going to start for the Colts.
Well, the Jaguars were extremely impressive in Denver on Sunday. Phillip Rivers was impressive Monday, but short week for the Colts. They stay at home. Jacksonville's rolling. Did they lose any interest? They were definitely dialed in on the Denver game.
No,
They're rolling.
No,
They're going to win, and they're going to
They
cover.
haven't lost interest. They're still living on that nobody respects us
Yep.
kind of card. And they came into Denver with it.
But the Colts did hold San Francisco to 48 points.
Yeah, they did.
You know?
That's
Yeah,
they were
and
concentrating.
Purdy
on
only had
defense
5
rather than-
touchdown passes. I think that a kid that grew up in Colorado had, 600 yards rushing?
Yeah, he's still rushing. He's still running. He just scored about 5 minutes
The
ago.
Colts have a short week to get ready for the Jaguars after getting mashed around. The Phillip Rivers story, fascinating, but I think we all like Jacksonville
Didn't
to cover
Phillip
that number.
Rivers, he squeezed into that uniform.
Yeah. Well, it took 3 guys to get him in there, but he got in there nice and easy. All right, the Eagles and the Bills. That'll be our next game to take a look at. Philadelphia
Good matchup.
making the trip up to Buffalo. Another game on Fox, Ron, so you
Good.
won't have to wrestle with your television.
Yeah.
The Bills a slight favorite over Philly at 1.5 points.
Bills are home. I'll take the Bills. I'll lay the 1.5.
Small. Why is the line so small for a Bills home game?
Because the Eagles are the defending world champions, and people overvalue them a little bit.
I'm waiting for Saquon Barkley to play like. I mean, he's had a couple of home runs, but he's
We
been striking out
we
a
got
lot.
Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Who you like?
Well, you said all the backup quarterbacks that are playing. You're not going to get that in this
Not
game.
here. I'll take Josh Allen. I think he's on a mission. I know it's going to be very, very difficult for the Bills to go on the road and win 3 straight. But there's no Lamar Jackson. There's no Patrick Mahomes. There's no Joe Burrow. He has no excuses.
So
this
if they
year.
once they get to the playoffs, they don't care what the schedule is. They've
Yeah.
got Josh Allen,
Let's go
who's
play.
probably going to be the preeminent quarterback in the AFC, still playing in the postseason.
The Bills have struggled at times, but not like the Eagles. The Eagles, you don't know what's going to
Agreed.
show up, and Hurts has not been
The same.
that he was last year.
What about Buffalo struggling with Shador and the Browns, though? That
You know
that
what?
was
I
not a
think
good look.
Hey, listen, the Browns are not good, but they have a good defense, and they can stay in every game. They just find a way to lose.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And so, the Bills put up 23. Shador hung around, and I kind of like he ripped his fingernail off and stayed in there and made it a game.
And the Bills can really put themselves in a good position in the playoffs, I think. They won't. I think they still have a chance to,
Win it all.
yeah.
I do too. You know how I think they
I
can
don't.
do it?
The
Woody?
Eagles.
No.
We can't sit here and say the Eagles are going to be in the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl.
I don't know.
They're-
This
they're
year's
not-
a mess.
I think
Yeah.
the Bills want to finish 5th, play Pittsburgh
That's what I'm saying. They could
in
be
the first round, and then take your shot against whoever the top seed is the next week.
Yeah. We'll
'Cause
find
it
out.
could be the Chargers, it could be the Broncos, it could be Jacksonville.
I think this is the best bet of the week. The Bills.
All right. Then
I'm
I'm going
with
to
you.
take Philly just off of that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take that and say I'll
Just
take
to
the
be
I
point
told
and a
you
half.
I am picking against myself this week.
Hard to keep track of. All right, Texans and Chargers. These are two teams that have been undersold in the
Another good
AFC
matchup.
almost all year long. The Chargers, though, this is on NFL Network, Ron.
I know how to get to that. 212 on DirecTV.
The Chargers, a 2.5-point standard favorite over the Texans. That total under 40 for a reason. These two defenses have been providing these teams the road to their 11 wins and 10 wins.
It's a great matchup, Tom. It's a shame that the people that go to this game, it'll be like a Super Bowl crowd. The Chargers have no fans
Yeah.
in that stadium. I don't know how well the Texans travel, but I know this. The Chargers went to Dallas last week, and I was impressed. Justin Herbert looked as good as he's looked. The Texans at home struggled mightily to beat the Pete Carroll-led Vegas Raiders. I'm going to say, because I want to see a Charger-Bronco game for all the marbles,
On the
I'm
last
going
weekend?
I'm going to take the Chargers, and I'm going to lay the 2.5.
Woodrow?
I was just thinking about trying to watch the Nuggets game last night. I had to go through 3 different channels to find them.
NFL Network.
They weren't on the NBA Network. They weren't on TNT. They weren't on anything. They weren't on altitude. And I said, well, where are you?
Channel 20.
Well, I don't know where Channel 20
Yeah,
is.
Channel 20 can be
Channel.
hard to find.
Yeah,
but
well,
it's
you got to
there.
go to your
I know
remote
that
and
has
go
nothing to do
2-0,
with
and
this
then
game,
it pops right
which is
up.
But I went, what happened in my life? I
But
grew
I
up.
can't-
I grew up with
Why are
three,
people making
three
my life
channels.
so
3
hard?
channels, yes.
But you know what? He's right. There's a time every once in a while where I want to go to a game, and I go, damn it, I'm on 8 channels, and I can't find it.
Well, do you have the remote you can talk to? Sometimes that
Yeah,
helps.
that
That
helps
usually
a little.
doesn't help me much. That usually gets worse.
Well, I know what you say to
I
that remote.
think this is a game that Chargers feel like they must have,
Mm-hmm.
that they have a chance to come in here and win the division and come in here with home field, which is not a home field for them. But I'm going with the Chargers on this.
All right, then I'll have to take the Texans.
Well, you make it so easy. You just disagreed with Woodrow and I. There you go. All right.
Well,
But he said it with no.
Conviction.
Yes.
no, I don't have any conviction. And for any reason,
He has no
anyone
conviction about anything.
if anyone out there is betting on anything I say, listen to my conviction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you want to listen to me and Woody because we're really convicted.
Well,
Yeah.
we all have several convictions.
Well, there's two. He doesn't have a convention. Neither does the president of the United
That's
States.
true too.
I'm hoping for a pardon. All right, the 49ers.
Well, yeah, sell a few more drugs, you might get one.
The 49ers had a great
Well,
offensive
wait a
showing.
minute. He pardoned the former president of Honduras. He's blowing up boats. The former president of
Tom did
Honduras
that. Did you do
imported
that?
2
I mean-
billion pounds of cocaine into this country, but he gets a pardon. Okay, back to the football.
So Sunday night, the 49ers,
Tell us
fresh
what you
off
really
their
think.
Monday night
We
show
should do more of that.
in Indy. The Bears, off the miraculous finish in Green Bay, come to town. 2 11-4 teams. The 49ers, a 3-point favorite. This should be a great football game. This will say a lot about what happens in the
49ers have
NFC.
found themselves. They've gotten healthy. They've got their running back back. They got their quarterback back. 5 touchdown throws in the game for Purdy. And I believe that that there was 5 different receivers.
I think so.
Yeah.
Could be.
I think that 49ers will win this game. The Bears are good, but they don't need this.
Well, they're still, trying to become a number 1 seed, trying to lock up the division and all that. But I don't. The Bears, that was a miracle, and we've seen this by watching the Broncos. You win these squirrely games, and it all looks good until you run into somebody who's really tough. Kyle Shanahan's job this year, he and Ben Johnson, both coaches, have had great seasons here. I like the 49ers. I'm afraid of the 3, but I'll take San Francisco. I think the Bears get exposed a bit.
What did you think of Caleb Williams the other night?
Terrific. He really showed some moxie.
What did you think of the 49er defense the other night?
Not all that great.
I'll take the Bears.
You like the 3
I'll
points?
take the Bears on the money line. I think the Bears will upset them. They're just to give you
Troy Aikman said that if he were choosing a coach today, he would pick Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
And there
Done a great job.
There was a team in the National Football League that had a chance to get Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
And
The Rocky Mountain
Punted.
region.
yeah.
yeah, that would be close. Yeah, that a guy
if it
just had a
wasn't-
documentary done about him.
Yeah.
Declined to.
Kyle Shanahan should be in the running for Coach of the Year. The problem is they don't give it to guys that have good teams. They give it to guys that have shitty teams and make them good.
Right.
So he won't get it. It'll either be Mike Vrabel
Yeah.
or Ben Johnson or Liam Cohen.
Yep. All good choices.
Sean Payton
Yeah.
and Kyle Shanahan don't get it because they had good
You're supposed
teams.
to.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
supposed to
And
be.
Sean Payton, people going to look at those trick plays that he's run a season ago.
Stop
Man.
that. Hey, we're excited here because we've added a great new sponsor, American Financing. And I want to remind you, if you're a homeowner, you can wipe out your debt and start 2026 stress-free. The Fed is dropping rates again. American Financing can access home equity rates in the low 5s, and that's a fraction of what credit cards charge. Borrowers are saving an average of $800 a month, which is like getting a $10,000 raise. So there are no upfront fees, and you may close in as fast as 10 days, and you might even be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. Call American Financing today, Colorado's home for home loans. You can also reach them at americanfinancing.net/green. All right, fellas, we are going to shift over into the college because we're going to have a
We
special.
did so good on those.
Yeah, because
We
that's
knocked
where our
it out of the
strengths
park
are.
on the NFL.
Well, we want to get ahead on these games because we now have the matchups, these 4 games, the quarterfinals. And let's start with the game on New Year's Eve, Miami against Ohio State. It's on ESPN, Ron.
Oh, good. Great matchup. It really
Great
is.
network.
ESPN, thank God. I think Ohio State's going to win the whole thing. I will lay the 9.5 with Ohio State.
I think it's a mismatch. I think Miami's a real good football team, but Ohio State's by far the cream of the crop. Their defense is going to be better than what Miami saw at Texas A&M, and Texas A&M held them to 10.
Some good.
And I think Ohio State is going to have their way with the points down at the Cotton Bowl. So I like Ohio State as well, laying the 9.5 there.
Well, the breaking word that you guys don't know is 12 of the Miami players decided not to play this game.
Well,
they're going into the portal. I'm kidding. For people that think
You know what? You're kidding, but there's going to come a time.
But it's happening.
It's
other
happening
places.
where
what
you're-
team went into bowl game and 20 of their players?
yeah.
But there's going to be a game in this tournament at some point where a really good football player who knows he's going to be a number 1 pick is going to say, it's not worth it to me.
I'm making a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we all like the Buckeyes there. The next day, New Year's Day, Oregon is going to get a chance to take on Texas Tech at the Orange Bowl. ESPN broadcast for this one, Ron.
Yeah, good.
Oregon, despite being the lower seed, is a 1.5-point favorite over Texas Tech.
I like Oregon. And I love Texas Tech all year. Again, you'd hear me talking about them weekly. But Oregon looked great to me. And I think they've gotten better. And it may be that they have the quarterback that will be drafted first.
Dante
Could very
Moore.
well be
all the
Dante Moore.
So I have nothing else left to say. And it's being played at the Orange Bowl.
I'm gonna second what Woodrow said. I'm gonna take Oregon. I think they have the most team speed anywhere in the country. Texas Tech's had a really good year. I think Oregon's playing better. You only got to lay 1.5 points. I'm going to take Oregon.
And since we talked about both Ohio State and Oregon, I think that's a team that could beat Ohio State.
Not so fast, my friends. Just thought I'd
That's good. Lee Corso loves
thought
that.
I'd throw that in there. Oregon, they're such a great team when they're at home. They're just not as sharp on the road. And you talk about their speed, the Orange Bowl, not a fast track. So I like Texas Tech and that defense to keep this game tight. I will take Texas Tech in the points.
What
All right.
what uniforms are
Oregon.
the Ducks going to wear?
Oh, God, who knows? They have 70.
Whatever Phil Knight wants him to wear.
Whatever Phil Knight says. All right, we go ahead to the Alabama-Indiana game on ESPN out at the Rose Bowl. Alabama with one of the most astounding turnarounds in a game, winning in Norman. And then Indiana's been sitting and watching, unbeaten. Indiana is a 7-point pick. I think Alabama's got a real shot in this game. I thought what they did in Norman, not falling behind 17-0.
I was impressed what they did in Norman. I really was. And I think that Indiana is new. Alabama is
Not new.
And 7 points is a lot of points in this. It's going to be a close game. I'll take the points in Alabama.
Yeah. I thought I'd be alone here, but I'm picking Alabama to win the game, not only
Not
stay within the
win the
spread.
game.
Did one of you say fresh or something? Indiana's new to this.
Yes.
Alabama's not new to this. And
This is
think
deep
that
water
comeback,
suddenly.
Yep.
I just, although the SEC has struggled mightily in the postseason.
But I like Alabama to win the game. I was surprised this line was as hefty as it is. But to get 7 points in Alabama, I'll take
That's
that.
a good buy. Yeah, I like Alabama.
All righty. And then in the final matchup on January 1st, Ole Miss and Georgia, two 12-1 teams. That's the All-State Sugar Bowl, 6 o'clock on
Sounded
ESPN.
tiny little bit like Keith
Jackson.
Keith Jackson.
So the Bulldogs, 6.5-point pick over Ole
Is
Miss.
Keith Jackson the greatest football play-by-play guy of all
I heard
time?
a clip recently of the USC-UCLA game from 1973, and I heard that voice, and I was like, I know exactly.
There's two things about it. When I hear Keith Jackson's voice, it's college football.
Yeah.
When I hear Pat Summerall's voice,
Yeah.
it's the NFL.
Yes, and Keith going to Monday Night Football was a mistake both ways because
Yeah.
he's a college
He
football
He's
knew
a
it.
college football guy.
Yeah.
He knew it. He rectified it.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly. We got a barn burner here
The
today.
big one's up front.
and one of the nicest people I ever met in my life.
Oh, good.
There's people listening to us going, Who the hell is Keith Jackson?
Yeah, I remember the tight end.
I remember
from
the
Oklahoma,
tight end,
The Eagles.
yeah.
Well, he was the brother of Bo Jackson, wasn't he?
Whoa, Nelly.
They named Jackson State after him.
I'm taking Ole
The
Miss.
big ugly is up
I'm
there.
taking Ole Miss in this game.
Really? I think that's interesting. I like their quarterback a lot. I just still think they looked like they didn't miss Lane Kiffin at all. Now, they did have a kind of a walkover with Tulane, but they did look like Ole Miss has looked all year to me. I was impressed with what they did because they came right out of the gate, dropped the hammer, game was over.
This is going to be a 3-point game, one way or the other.
Right.
In my opinion, that means if you are a gambling man, or woman, you would say, well, Georgia's favored by 6.5. I think you got it both ways. That you think, as I do, that Ole Miss is going to win the game. They're pissed. They are so pissed that Lane left them in the lurch, and they're going to win this game. Georgia is not an overpowering team.
But
can
you
beat
got to
Georgia.
take that and learn from it in your picks each week. Get pissed. It makes you better. It makes you tougher. Get pissed.
I agree with Woody. I am a rambling, gambling man. Thank you, Bob Seeger. I'm going to take Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
I think they're going to win the game.
I just think Sugar Bowl, I think that's Georgia's home turf. So, I mean, I know it isn't, but I'm just saying they play in that barn all the time.
You know, I've nothing against Kirby Smart, but I've kind of had enough.
Nothing against him, but
nothing against him, but
Plenty.
I'm against him. Let's
Which
go.
is closer?
oh, I don't know. I'm sure their proximitus is the same. But I just think, I mean, Georgia's just used to playing in these games, and they get to the Sugar
Yeah, who's
Bowl.
going to have the bigger crowd? Probably Georgia.
It'll be a
It'll
good
be
mix.
mixed, but
I like Georgia. That's a hefty number, but I'll take a swing at that.
I love the Sugar Bowl.
Really?
That's more than
that's your neck of the
more
woods.
than life.
Yeah.
I love the Sugar
Sugar
Bowl.
Bowl.
That is better than even when I would always play the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and I'm glad that the Sugar Bowl's there. And I've been to Sugar Bowl 20 times, I would say.
One last thing. This is our Christmas
Ole
week
Miss
edition.
doesn't get to play in the Sugar Bowl. This is a big moment for them. Georgia, oh yeah, they play the. Ole Miss needs this game, wants this game,
All right.
wants to show the world,
I-
wants to show Lane
Yeah,
Kiffin.
And they're pissed.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I only got 3 out of 12 last week.
All right, this is our Christmas week edition of the Weekend Betting Edition. Woody came in with his light-up sweatshirt, which is added to the festivities here. And behind him, we should always read the chalkboard for those who are listening. It says, "Eventually, I will roll my eyes into the twilight zone." So, not too
so
soon. hopefully.
neither Ron and I will be here for the opening of the Kansas Superdome.
The Wyandotte County.
Can you imagine us? We should make a pact. If we're still around, we'll go.
Yeah, go there. Hey, one last betting tip, because it is the Christmas week edition, is always take Santa and lay the points.
Well, Santa and lay the points. You could get in trouble with that, but I'll go along with that.
I had 2 close friends, and one of them said, "Woody, if I die before you, do not let him get up and speak at the funeral." And so I did that. I actually did that. So anyway.
This is when you know you're
Man of
getting
your
old.
word.
I have, over the last year, told one of my daughters, here's the songs
Oh, no.
that I want played at my funeral. And so I've given her 4 songs. And so about every 6 months I say to her, can you repeat those 4 songs? I test her because I don't want her playing shit at my funeral.
One of them isn't Staying Alive, is it?
No. Yeah, I thought about staying alive.
What was the most famous funeral song in movie history?
Oh, in movie history.
In movie history.
I was thinking Candle in the Wind with Princess Diana's funeral was a big...
I would think that, like, not in movie history, but I'd say Amazing Grace in general.
Or
It
when
was-
Blue
it was
Blue
by
died.
It was by the Rolling Stones. And there
Can't
was
always get what you want. That was a great
What
funeral
about Dust
song.
in the Wind when Blue died?
That's true. No, but can't always get what you want. That you know what? And I love The Big Chill. And that opening scene.
Tremendous.
You know what's amazing about
Do you
that
know who's,
movie,
you know
too?
who's in that scene?
Yeah, you know who it is? I was just
star.
going to ask the
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Of the guy that nobody realizes who the dead guy is.
And it's one of the
one of
great
the
American actors.
William Hurt.
No,
No.
Kevin
I'm
Costner.
sorry, not William Hurt. Kevin.
William Hurt's in the movie.
I got William Hurt's in the movie. Although William Hurt to me was the best character in that movie.
Yeah, they were all good, but
They were all
yeah.
good, but his was
Kevin
the most.
Costner. When I asked
Kevin
him,
Costner.
He was
yeah.
the
Kevin
stiff.
He was the
Costner-
dead guy.
I asked him about it at a interview at Super Bowl 48, and he said, "I was in the movie. They did a lot of
The editing.
yeah, but they went back and
They did
included him.
ultimately see him because you don't see him in the actual film. You just see his body. You
Yeah,
see his,
you don't
his-
see.
But he said-
what songs would you like played? I mean, do you have a favorite song?
Yeah.
Would you like to share that, or would you keep that to yourself?
What are you willing to pay for that
Oh.
information? Because it's
Let me see what I got on me. Hold on a second.
Wait, we already bet our checks,
You know
right?
what? This
So
is all I've got to my name. I mean, I'm not. Let's see. I got 20. I got 40. I got 60. I got $61 right here. I'll bet. So, what's your favorite song?
Well, if you're betting on it,
Well,
what
I'm
do you
not going to
think?
give it to you. I'm just telling you that despite that I sit here, I do have a little cash.
Well, what are the four? I mean,
I'll
that's
give you
all-
my 4. I'll
Yes.
give you my 4.
But they change every few months.
Well, they don't really change. They could change,
Right.
but I've got.
Quizzes her.
It depends on what Taylor Swift comes up with next.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
You know, I got to be honest. I would not recognize a Taylor Swift song if you put it right here, and that's on me. I should know better because I'm a child of the '60s and I love music.
Right.
It's an integral part of my life, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't get Taylor Swift.
See, and if you ask Natasha, she can tell you that I know all the Taylor Swift songs.
Because you're probably more current than
No.
I am.
Well, and he's dressed up as her. I think that we need to bring that back.
Got that back.
One of my songs is a Brian Wilson song, "Till I Die" by the Beach Boys,
yeah.
and I love the song because what it basically says is we're all just passing through for like a second. You go, I'm a cork on the ocean, floating over the raging sea, or I'm a leaf on a windy day. Pretty soon I'll be blowing away. All those things mean something to me. Another one I have is "In My Life" by the Beatles because
Sure.
it's probably my favorite Beatles song, and it was Lennon at his best, at his sentimental
Sure.
best, saying something about his life, and that said something to me. Another one I have in there is "There's a Place in the World for a Gambler" by Dan Fogelberg.
Okay.
One, because I loved Dan to death, and two, because anybody who's gambled can listen to that song and go, hey, there is a place in the world for a gambler. Those are the three big ones. And then the fourth one I'm kind of changing.
It rolls in and out.
Rolls in and out.
Well, I always
yeah.
think if you're going to do a betting show, talk about death.
Death and songs. Okay, I just bared open my
Okay,
soul. You
would you
guys
like
give
to-
me something.
Oh, I haven't thought about it. I haven't.
Well,
I
it's
have,
about time.
I literally, I shall get on it. I'll tell you what. I'll start. That'll be one of my New Year's
Would
resolutions.
you please come up
Yeah.
with something?
I'm going to tell you, this is a 1 minute story. I named my daughter after she was being born at Rose Hospital with me at Broncos camp. And on the way, I heard a song called Shannon.
Shannon. It's a
And
great
I
song.
said to her mother, I think we should name her Shannon. I said, it's a great love song. It's about two people breaking up. And she said, really? I said, yeah. So it's actually about the Beach Boys' dead dog.
It
Brian
is. I read
Wilson's-
that. It is
yeah.
about the dog that passed
Yeah.
away.
And so I am going to sing the last song.
Oh.
Shannon, I'm going away. I'm drifting out to sea.
Shannon is gone. I've heard she's drifted out to sea. That's actually he's
What
not,
about Brandy?
He's telling
She
the
was
truth.
a fine girl.
That is the song. I like that song.
Oh my goodness. Well, hey,
Oh.
fellas.
But the other one is
We have to break it up.
I'm,
now.
I'm changing
Go
the
ahead.
title, In the Coffin Tonight.
Well, it was going to be in the air tonight, but in the coffin tonight.
So this is our
That's
grim.
right,
This is our grim
No,
wrap up.
This is a grim.
This is how we're gonna
end-
close
this
out
is a
2025?
End of the year wrap up.
Well, we do want to thank our good friends
What's
at
that?
American
That's
Financing.
Taylor Swift video. Shake it off. The Broncos played this in the stadium when we beat the Chiefs last year.
See now, you got to know that song.
What's that?
That's Taylor Swift. You never heard
Yeah,
"Shake It Off"?
Again, I don't really know anything about Taylor Swift, and that's on me. I should know, but I'm older, and my musical tastes are just different. And I know from people that I like who like her, I'm all fine with that. I'm just not aware of what she does.
Man, you got to lighten up.
But if you want to ask me about women that are great singer-songwriters, I can give you a long list of my favorites. You want me to start?
Well, just give us a top couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's start with Bonnie Raitt. And I'll
Fantastic.
just say this, taking nothing away from Taylor Swift. Do either of you think she's as talented as Bonnie Raitt?
I wouldn't be equipped. No, I wouldn't be equipped to answer that.
We
but
got to make
Taylor
a stand here.
Swift's-
I'm equipped to answer it. The answer is no.
Taylor Swift shows or something else. She does a lot of that. I mean, Bonnie Raitt slide guitar.
Bonnie
singing.
Raitt, slide guitar, voice,
Yeah.
songwriter.
Yeah.
She is spectacular and has been for the better part of 50
But
years.
how come when you say bird or magic, you have to denigrate the other person? Just
I
say,
don't.
well, you just
No,
slammed
no.
Taylor Swift.
I did not slam her. I said I don't get
Well,
her.
why don't you, in your four? Then why don't you include
Taylor
Bonnie
Swift?
Raitt? No.
Oh, I can think of a
because
lot of Bonnie Raitt
I want to
songs.
come to your funeral and we'll all sing.
Well, I hope you do.
Let's give it
And what I
something to
want-
talk about. That
Let's
you
give
died.
them something to talk about. Would be a perfect. Although I kind of like Angel from Montgomery, and there's a
John
lot.
Prine wrote that one. Yeah.
John Prine wrote that song,
Yeah.
but she kind of made it her own.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
but
He
you know,
said that.
Let's give him something to talk about is a great song. There's so many great Bonnie Raitt songs, but I want you to come to my funeral, and when you do, I want you to go back to my house. I want you to keep your hands off my wife, but I want you to eat my food and just say something nice about
I
me.
hope you live to be 100, and I'm there to
You know what?
celebrate.
It's like you guys are
Neither one
daring
of us
each
wanna
other.
be
You got like,
100.
Who's gonna? Yeah.
wants to be
I
100?
dare you to outlive me.
Have you ever met a guy who's 100 and says,
Will you
"What a
do-
great life"?
Will you do me a favor?
You know I will.
If I'm 100 and you'll still
And
be
I'm around?
in early 90s,
Late
me
90s.
take me to the bus station and put me not on the bus, in front of the bus, so I get run over, and you could say I was there for that.
Yeah. Oh, man, I remember when he died. That's when I put him in front of the bus.
And I wrote that. The only reason I bring that up, when I was covering the Memphis Tams in the ABA, they came to Denver and they lost by 50 points. And I said there was a bus leaving Denver last night at 8:30. The Tams should have been under it. And the paper in Memphis would not run that.
No.
They said, why didn't you say we'll change it to they should have been on it? No, they should have been in front of it, under it.
Well, I still want to hear what song would you want? Is there a song
I
that
told
means
you.
something to you?
I'm rewriting it. It's
Okay.
I'm
You
going.
were-
The opening line is, "I'm Shannon. I'm going
okay,
away.
that'll be the song.
I'm
Shannon's
drifting
fine.
out to sea.
Okay.
Because I want her to drop
Okay.
my ashes
There you go.
on
Where
the
do you want
third
your
hole,
ashes? At Augusta?
Mauna Kea,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
great.
in Hawaii. The ocean comes in, and she's going to. It's in my will. She's to take my ashes and stand on the third hole at Mauna Kea.
And hit a
And
driver.
she's
in
not.
your
No,
honor.
no. She's going to, because I told her once, and she didn't like that. I said, I would like for my balls to join all my other balls that are in the water there. But I said that to her. She
Okay.
said, "Oh, Dad." But the reason
Are
why
we
is
rolling on all this? Because
But
you know what? We're
Polly-
doing about 2 or 3 more shows here while we're.
okay. But she's to stand on the green. The wind blows off the ocean. So guess what? When she dumps my ashes
all
in the
coming
ocean, and she's gonna, that's gonna be her final laugh
Yeah. Well,
That's
about her dad.
all right, then I'm going to go with my song will be Dueling Banjos. That's going to do it for us. Hope you guys have a great 2026. I presume you'll all be wealthy because we have given
Will
you
you
some
be
great advice.
squealing like a pig?
Yeah, that's we can
Drew! Drew!
get- all right,
Does anyone
gang.
know what we're talking about except
No,
us?
no.
You have to be
No, but
at
there's-
least 55 years old.
But if you tell a joke and no one gets it, but the one does, then you did it right.
So, yeah,
one
but you know
person
what?
is all
There's
you
3
need.
of us here that make references
Yes,
that only people like us would get.
and that's why Natasha's
Don't
been
you? Hey, let
sleeping.
me ask you something. Don't you think, looking back on Burt Reynolds'
Has
career,
anything we've said
Was
made
that
any
not
sense to
No,
you
she doesn't.
other than
So
Taylor
no,
Swift?
I always chuckle to myself when you'll say, "Oh, and for the people listening, they probably don't know." And I'm like,
Yeah.
number
Don't
one
you
over
think
here.
don't you think that was Burt Reynolds' finest performance?
Oh, I know who he is.
You know what was funny is I would say if
What would you pick above
I'm trying
that?
to think of the name of the movie, the
There's
great
one
movie
that
about
comes to-
porno.
Yes.
What's
the,
it called?
the one with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. He was
Yes,
terrific.
He
in
was
that.
terrific. But that was like a comeback role for him. It was like Travolta in what's the
Do-
thing?
do you-
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Thank you back there.
Do you realize that those people really want us to stop?
Oh my God! I've been
We're
trying to
we're
end the
just gonna
show
go.
for 20 minutes.
I don't
now.
think we should do anything else. I think we should just keep rolling on this because I'm on a roll and I've got some other things.
well,
I
wanna
got a
say.
lot of stuff I want to tell you.
I think it should be a trilogy.
Why not?
That divide this one into 3.
Well, this is going to be our last big show.
I'm with you on that.
You know, last big betting show before the new year. So,
Well, we'll have more betting shows.
okay, I'm afraid you're right.
What are we going to do after the NFL season? Are we going to do NBA and hockey and stuff?
We'll just look a lot. That'd be, Wimbledon.
Oh, you'll probably rant about the Rockies some more. You know,
No.
you'll find stuff.
For it's a betting show, we have to I'm going to lay the 2 pucks and take.
Who do you
take
like
the
in
Avs.
the Memphis FedEx Open?
Yes, we're gonna come up with some interesting gambling situations.
Now, we'll do what we always done. We'll make it up.
And it's worked so far for
Yeah,
us.
it may or may not.
It's kind of
be
worked for us all
factual.
our lives, basically.
All right, gang, that's going to do it. I'm serious this time. Thanks for joining us. You can always find us ath@gorillasports.net. Bon voyage.
Take us out. Shannon, I'm going away.